So when my parents first started getting ready to move and having to cope with the fact that they had to get rid of a lot of their furniture, they were really insistent that I take a bunch of the stuff that they had, like the living room furniture and the bedroom furniture. They tried to give me so much stuff, and I said no to a lot of it just because we're coming from a really cramped, really tiny apartment, and we just kind of felt like we want some breathing room in this house. We don't want to feel cramped, so at first we weren't going to take any of it. Even though we knew that it's going to take us a long time to save up money to buy new furniture, we thought maybe it would be better to just wait and keep this furniture here and just kind of use this until we have the money to buy furniture that's really in line with our style. So we really grappled with the decision, but my mom was showing all of this anxiety about getting rid of her furniture. Like it was troubling her so deeply to have to face the idea of selling it or taking it to Goodwill. She just absolutely could not cope with it. And so, you know, after praying about it and thinking about it and talking about it with my husband, we decided, yeah, okay, let's just take the furniture. It's good for us. We need new furniture. Ours is nasty, and it'll help whatever mom's anxieties are about getting rid of this furniture. So today, while the movers were here, my parents came over for a while just to be a part of the goings-on. And my mom started having a conversation with Charlie, my husband, and she told him a story that I had never heard before. And she explained to him why this furniture was so meaningful to her. So my mom had a career before she got pregnant with me. She stayed home with me for 8 weeks, and then she went back to work. She worked for Delta. So they gave her 8 weeks maternity leave, and when that was up, she went back to work right away. They put me in daycare. My dad was an air traffic controller, and so neither of them could be home with me, so it was daycare. Well, my mom went to pick me up from daycare one day, and she found me laying in a crib, screaming with a bottle propped up into my mouth, like with a blanket. And if you've heard, you know, this was 30 years ago, so, you know, we know more now than we did back then, but, you know, it's kind of considered to be a no-no to prop a bottle up in your baby's mouth. And when my mom saw it, she was just mortified, and there were lots of other problems with this daycare. This wasn't the only thing. But it was that very day that my mom decided that she was going to quit her job at Delta and become a full-time mom. And I'm sure that was hard for her because she was very career-driven, just like I am. So I can relate to her there. She stayed home with me until I turned 13 years old, and when I turned 13, she decided, you're a teenager now, you can handle being at home for a couple of hours. She decided that it was time for her to go back to work, and she worked hard for as long as I can remember after that. She worked all the way through high school, she worked while I was in college, and she only recently retired. And I think she was always really proud of the fact that she worked, even though she didn't have to. She just did it because she loved to contribute to our family. She loved having the accomplishments of work and things like that. So when she retired, she had a 401k and she cashed it out. And what she used that money for was to buy brand new furniture for the house. And like this bedroom suit that we've just inherited now was like a $7,000 bedroom suit. We would have never been able to afford that. Even if we did afford it, we probably wouldn't have justified it. She bought the furniture that's behind me in the living room, and it was her kind of manifesto, you know. It was the thing that she provided to our family out of this money that she had earned herself. And when my husband shared this story with me, I just cried my eyes out. Like, to think that I almost got rid of all this furniture. I almost said, nah, take it to Goodwill, sell it, donate it, I don't care. And my mom never shared that story with me. I think she never wanted to guilt me into taking it. So to find that out today was really special. And so now, even though this furniture is not in our personal style, it's perma-stash now. Like, this is just our furniture. You know, maybe one day we'll move into a bigger house and we'll have, you know, a new space for this furniture, and we'll still end up buying some furniture that's more in our style. But it feels really special to have stuff in my house that was so meaningful to my mom and is now very meaningful to me too. So what started off as kind of a frustrating thing that felt like a favor we were doing for my parents has actually turned into something really, really special and a blessing for me that I get to participate in. So it's very cool. I guess that's about all I have to say for today, guys. I am still in my pajamas. I am just not really with it today. So I am going to, I guess, start dinner, and I will be back tomorrow with my weekly Pack With Me. Alright guys, bye-bye!